No, I wanted to be an entrepreneur. You see these stories, like when I was in high school, this one teacher is like, to get out of school early, you had to take this one class. So you get out, you can have a job and go wash dishes or lifeguard or something.
Yeah.
So you had to take this one class, but the guy had stacks of like Entrepreneur magazine back in the day and like some other different business magazines. And he talked about like starting your own business and owning your own company. And the guy was really fantastic about that. And I was like, so in my head, I was like, oh, this would be, I want to be an entrepreneur, right? And then you see all these other people build businesses from scratch. So if you look up, like watching this little tiny surf shop called Ron John's Surf Shop go bigger and bigger and bigger and get bigger and bigger and bigger. And I was like, oh, wow, this is one person behind all of this. And they have the Ron John car and the resorts. And you just see how a small idea can scale so much, and that these are normal people doing this. I think those kind of things inspired me. And then you just start reading those Inc. magazine. Like you start reading Inc. You're like reading about all these successors. Like, I want to be on the Inc. 500. You read the list. You look at the people. Like they had just started the internet. Like back then. Yeah. That's how old I am now, Jason. No lie. And it's like I think they had, I can't remember. It was like senior year. We're doing a report. There was like one place to go pull all your information, kind of like a Wikipedia back then.
Sure.
And that was it. There was like nothing else. Barely. It was like Blackboard system, old BBS systems back in the day. And so, but I just reading those magazines, like I want to be on that list. And you just get these things that just plants inside of you. And then when you make the list, you're like, wow, this is amazing, you know, and you kind of, all your energy, all your focus. And then, you know, and if you're not careful without the coaching, I think this is kind of like one of the challenges that I really want to work with people and doing a lot of coaching around and helping a lot of entrepreneurs working deeply with is you give so much to building these businesses, you lose yourself in the process. There's the weight gain, there's the adrenal blowout because you're drinking so much coffee, your diet, your nutrition goes to crap, you're out drinking all the time with clients, you're sacrificing your health for this quote unquote wealth, which is not really true. And so because of building these things, because of all the success in one area of life, like some people are very successful in family, but not in business. They're very successful in business, but not in family.
Sure.
And they kind of have this like have it all lifestyle. It's really got to be a very focused and intent game plan every single day of our lives. What supplements are we taking? What water are we drinking? What veggie drinks are we making? And this methodical approach to this daily living. And when you don't do that, and when all it is wake up, email, and build a business, you can build anything you want.
Yeah.
Whatever is in your mind, you just get around these people. I'm in a group called EO, Entrepreneurs Organization, and you watch all these amazing success stories launch out of there. Get around CEO Coaching International or YPO, and you see this, man, it's amazing that these people that, you know, very, very, very simple, humble beginnings build these amazing things. It truly is like the American dream.
Sure.
You know?
Yeah. Actually, I belong to Vistage. I'm also a YPO guy. So
that's awesome.
I'm going to Panama next week.
That's awesome.
With my YPO group. Yeah. But you're right. You hit it on the head, right? Because there's so many people that, you know, are million and billionaires, right? But they're not happy.
No.
Right. You know, but, you know, society kind of defines them as successful, right? But I think successful comes from internal, right? What makes you successful, right? What do you define your success as?
What's going to fulfill you?
What's going to fulfill
What's
you?
going to make you happy?
Yeah.
What makes you feel happy and feel like, oh, I'm in peace in my life. I feel calm. I feel love.
Yeah.
You know, when you like, man, it could be the money, it could be the relationship, it could be the car, it could be just going for walks or hikes or working on projects, working on specific things that you love doing. You love building things. I was literally taking a call from these two guys that were up all night in crypto working on a book. And I'm literally like putting on like a sweater, brushing my teeth, talking to these guys, laying in bed, trying to finish the conversation. And they were ready to go all night. These guys were on fire, like building this business they're building around crypto, and they're loving it, and they're just passionately doing it. And it's like, whatever that is for you, you got to find that, right? And that fulfillment. I had a dinner last night with a gentleman who's, you know, extremely, extremely successful. Okay. Like it's killed it in the tens of millions, right? But, you know, still trying to figure out what that love component is, that balance component, that the family component.
Sure.
And it's interesting if, when things are off, it's a challenge. Like there's always these unique challenges that we all experience that we have to figure out. How do we solve these in our lives and then once we solve it, then we get to go to the next level of our lives. So it like opens another door.
It's like a video game. You
yes,
leveled
100%.
up, right?
100%. Always, right?
Totally agree.